Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another freshly brewed episode of
Beers of War.
I don't think Neil could get any closer to the microphone, so that probably sounded damn good. Without any further ado, let's have a little clang clang. And by the way, we filmed this, believe it or not, straight after the last episode. So if you guys, didn't like the couch setup, if you want us to move the entire room around, which we will do, we can only do that on the next episode. So hopefully the vote was couch looks better. I'm assuming.
I hope so.
I dear hope so. But today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, when this comes out, I think a little movie that you may have heard of that would be buzzing around this time, because I think this is going to release in like 2-3 weeks' time. A little movie that came out 33 years ago. No, it's actually 35 years ago. That a sequel's been brewing. Neil?
Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick, the sequel to the original 19...
We've been waiting since 2019 for this movie to come out.
It's been delayed by how many years? 4 years?
3 years, I think. It was supposed to come out like March 2020.
Before COVID.
Before COVID, and then they've pushed it back 2021, July, 2022, July. And the trailer came out like November 2019.
I remember that I phoned you the second the trailer came on. The original came out, I think, like 1987 or 86.
86, I think.
Yeah, around that time. And so we want to talk about, obviously, listen, it's a big deal, especially for us us boomers, because we watched the original movie.
We're the cruise missiles. Biggest fans.
Dude, I'm riding the cruise missile straight to the bank. Love the man. He can do no wrong. He's crazy as shit, but his movies are amazing.
No, we're not talking about his personal life.
Yeah.
We're talking about his movies.
And I honestly believe that he's probably one of, if not the greatest movie star or action, I guess movie star.
I would say movie star.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
love him or hate him, the guy knows how to make a great movie.
He knows how to get butts in seats.
He does. And like all of his movies are good.
Yeah.
Like if the movie's bad, it's usually not because of him. So like we're gonna use this podcast to just sort of reminisce on some of our favorite Tom Cruise times.
Yeah, and talk about why he's so good at what he does. Yeah,
which is insane. Like so Dave, I think maybe you kick it off. Like, what is your like one of your favorite Tom Cruise roles?
My favorite Tom Cruise role of all time. Shame, Neil's. We're both coughing because he's the dust is still in the air. Jeez, Neil, I'm glad you prompted me like that. But I would have to say, dude, like it's tough. It's tough. But it's. What have you done?
Well, what's cool? What do you like?
It's so cool. I love The Last Samurai. But there's so many. I love Mission Impossible 1.
Mission Impossible is always good.
I loved, go through
Collateral.
Collateral was good.
Like, honestly, he should have probably got an Academy Award for
that. Was good. Name some of his bigger titles. I mean, here we are doing a podcast about Tom Cruise. Name two of his movies.
Minority Report.
I love Minority Report.
But we can't just name all of his movies. You got to say like why they're good. Like Collateral, I love because he plays a bad guy.
Yeah.
And it's always nice when you see someone like Tom Cruise, who usually plays the good guy and the hero, playing a real badass mother trucker, which is really cool.
To add to what you're saying, a believable bad guy. One thing that Tom Cruise has always done, you got to bend the knee and kiss the Tom Cruise ring, because the guy dedicates himself to getting. He does his own stunts, we know that. But I saw behind the scenes documentary about Collateral and the training, the firearm training he went through. He trained for like 3 months. Just to know how to draw a weapon properly, present it properly, reload properly, all that sort of stuff. And then when you watch a movie and he's doing it, it's so believable, because you're like, shit, that's probably what the guy would be like if, he's trained, he knows what he's doing.
Well, apparently the story goes that like before Top Gun, he was hired for Top Gun. He wasn't that interested in it. And then they said, no, come, like, let's take you up in an F-18 or F-14 in those days.
Tomcat.
Yeah. And then he flew in the passenger seat, and he was like hooked immediately. He was like, this is the most insane thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
And like, so I've definitely signed up. So he had like, he's an adrenaline junkie at heart, like as we've said already, everything. Like Mission Impossible is just a reason for him to hang off,
to do
giant
crazy
buildings,
stunts and get paid,
hang outside of an airplane. And you're like, oh, he's got a harness. It's like, no, but he's outside of an airplane.
Yeah.
Like it's insane, the crazy stuff that guy does.
Yeah.
And as you say, he gives 110% for the role. I don't think he's the best. Like, he doesn't become the character all the time.
Yeah.
He's not like a Daniel Day-Lewis where you're like, where did Daniel Day-Lewis go?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've only seen Abraham Lincoln now. You know? Like, he's not that kind of actor, but like, you believe in him. Like in The Last Samurai. Like, you like, Tom Cruise is in the 1800s.
Yeah.
He's helping those samurai like get their land back.
But like you said, and that's why he's never won an Oscar. And
Yeah.
he will never win an
Dude,
Oscar.
but Collateral, I think he could have won an Oscar for.
Yeah.
No. Honest, like, tiny role, but what was the one from Tropic Thunder?
Oh man, he was the agent.
Yeah.
What was his name with the big hands
Yeah.
and the big chain?
You've got to find that, man. That's like the most.
G5. Got to cut to a clip of that because we're butchering it right now.
What's his name? Let me
What was
check.
his name?
Something Hartman or whatever.
He was Les Grossman.
Les Grossman.
Les Grossman.
Les-
G5 for
like-
the pecker.
Tiny, but when I watched that movie, I did not know that it was Tom Cruise. Like, so obviously lots of effects
Wasn't he
and
nominated
whatever.
for that? I know Robert Downey Jr. is nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah,
I think
so,
Tom Cruise may have been.
I don't know, but like, and he's been in really good movies. Like, he was in The Firm, like a nice 80s movie.
Yeah.
Where he joins the legal firm.
I don't
and it
think
turns
I've
out,
ever seen it.
dude, with Gene Hackman.
Yeah, never seen it.
Awesome movie. He was in Days of Thunder, which is one of my personal like pet favorites.
Never seen
like,
that either.
Dude, it's
I
basically Top Gun with NASCAR.
Isn't it?
It's basically
but
Top
hold
Gun
on,
with
isn't,
NASCAR.
Ricky Bobby, what was that?
Not Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
His the other guy, his teammate.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights is basically the same movie.
No, Talladega Nights is a different movie, but not Philip Seymour Hoffman, John C. Reilly. He's in Talladega Nights.
Plays the
Ricky
same
Bobby.
role. Yeah.
But in Days of Thunder, he's the pit guy.
Yeah.
He's like Tom Cruise, like, pit buddy.
Yeah. So it's the
like-
same role as he plays in
like
Talladega.
it's quite interesting to see.
Yeah.
John C. Reilly, we should actually do a podcast about him one day
He
because that guy's
deserves a podcast.
dude, and he deserves like an Academy Award. That
Yeah.
guy's been in so many movies, and he can flip from ridiculous comedy to super serious action.
Yeah.
But no, we're talking about Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah.
And he's been really good. Minority Report, I think he was top notch acting there.
He was very good in that. Loved him. In
Vanilla Sky is a movie I love that no one else
Vanilla
likes.
Sky I enjoyed, but it's so depressing, bro. It's such a hard movie to watch,
It is.
Yeah.
It's about like if you're going through like the hard breakup with a girl.
Sure.
Watch Vanilla Sky.
It could always
It's
be
like-
worse. Vanilla Sky.
like that's like crazy chicks are us. Like that's the
man.
perfect movie.
But if you had to gauge your best Tom Cruise flick, what would it be?
Ooh.
I know you prompted me. I'm prompting you, bro.
Yeah. I would like. It's not one. I would have to say all the Mission Impossibles.
No, but you
as
gotta
a
pick one.
collective.
No, it's not collective.
Ghost Protocol
As the one.
as the one. Like, dude, I love that movie. I watched it with you. Actually.
Which one was that again?
That was
So
the
many?
one where he did the Burj Khalifa thing, where he climbs outside.
Did we go to the cinema to watch it?
Yeah. We had a couple of brewskis. So you
Fuck
probably
yeah, because I don't remember a thing.
Yeah. It was, and then we were like, cruise missile, and then
Yeah,
our
yeah.
girlfriends at the time just walked out and left
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
They were like, "There's no space for us here."
And they weren't far off.
Yeah,
I don't know if, dude, Mission Impossible for me, the first one was always the best.
I liked it, but like
It's
the
slow
first,
to watch now.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
first one's very much like American James Bond,
Yeah.
where by the second one was alright, third one was really bad.
Yeah.
Ghost Protocol was where they're like, "Screw it, we're freaking awesome."
Tom Cruise is directing.
Tom
basically,
Cruise
yeah.
is doing the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And like it was super fun and super hilarious.
I
And
liked Fallout. I thought Fallout was pretty much.
I liked Fallout, but it
Yeah.
wasn't as good as Ghost Protocol.
I need to watch that again, dude.
Ghost
Jeez.
Protocol is awesome, man. Like,
Yeah.
because it has that British guy from Hot Fuzz. He's like
He's in
the
all the
dumb
movies.
assistant.
He's in all of them.
He's not in the first one, is he?
No. He's been in the last, like, 5.
Yeah, but he's from Ghost
Yeah.
Protocol onwards.
Yeah, we both. there.
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 Over the
Buy
top.
me
This
a
is the only
Coke.
problem with this new setup.
But that's why I hold it down here, bro.
Yeah, but then I'm lefty and you're
can left-
righty.
you can
That's
left-
not
you
cool.
can left
No, I like having this little
The little
couch spot over
little
here.
pooch.
But like Tom Cruise, he's always what's like the worst movie I've seen him in is freaking Rain Man. Have you watched that?
I sit here as a Tom
Dude.
Cruise. I haven't seen that movie either.
Dude, you have to watch that. It's just like Tom Cruise abuses
dick.
his disabled or autistic brother.
Yeah.
Like,
To
he's
gamble.
a dick. Dude, he's so much of an asshole to his brother. The entire movie is Tom Cruise is a dick. That's what
I
that
saw the
movie is.
Come Town coverage of it.
Oh, dude,
That
no.
was
You
more
must
than
watch the
enough.
movie. That's why I watched the movie again. I was like, geez. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, he's so funny, the Rain Man.
He's so cool.
Yeah, and then no.
Tom
that
Cruise.
movie,
I want to be like Tom Cruise and I
that
grow up.
movie is way more depressing than Vanilla Sky.
But we're still trying to put a number one best movie. You say it's definitely Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. You know what my favorite Tom Cruise movie is?
Yeah.
Day After Tomorrow or Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow is
Edge of
very
Tomorrow.
good, dude.
It's
Dude,
very, I love that movie.
I watched it the other day.
So good.
It's a very, very, very good
so
movie. That
good.
might be my favorite. Oh, it's tough.
That's so good. That movie.
Minority Report's better in my mind.
Minority Report's an amazing movie.
Yeah, I love
but
Minority
it's
Report.
long.
Yeah.
Like Edge of Tomorrow, you can put it on now,
Yeah.
and we'll watch till the end. We'll be like, that was a great time.
Such a dude. Yeah.
Dude.
Minority Report might have to be my number one. Yeah. It's so
That's a good
good.
movie, dude. And the special
Spielberg.
effects, Spielberg.
Yo.
That's the only movie they've worked together on.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
And Scorsese and him have never made a movie
I
together.
don't think they have. I don't think they have. But like, dude, thinking about Tom Cruise movies, like I thought, like sitting here, there'd be so many that popped out. But and there's a lot. He's done a lot of great movies. What about the one where he's like a young Irish boxer, and he's like, don't you want a piece of land? You can call it your own, Shannon. I want a piece of land.
You don't watch any of the big movies, but you watch the random.
No, Far and Away. Was it Far and Away?
That's like an early one.
That was amazing. That's where he met Nicole Kidman. They got married after that.
No, you met Nicole Kidman on Days of Thunder.
Maybe they're probably married by then. Far and Away, Tom Cruise. Have you seen that movie? Dude, have you not seen Far and Away, bro?
You haven't seen like 90% of the movies on this podcast.
Fine. So you have to watch Far and Away. Ruth's going to love it, by the way. I will watch, Days of Thunder?
Days of Thunder.
I'll watch Days of Thunder.
What other giant movie haven't you watched?
How have you not seen Far and Away?
How have you not seen Days of Thunder?
Dude, Far and Away was like a seriously big movie when it came out. It's amazing. So he's this little Irish boxer, and he ends up meeting this.
Why is he Irish? I guess
Because he's got an Irish accent. He's a boxer, Neil.
How's his Irish accent?
It's really bad. It fluctuates like mine right now. It's all over the place. But it's a great story.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of heart. It's very well. It's a great. Ruth is gonna love it. You download that tonight.
I'll see.
She's gonna. It's gonna be a romance.
I'll see.
So he's not gonna do it. So back to it's a Last Samurai. So for me, it's got to be, I think, Minority Report.
Yeah, like his early stuff, I wasn't blown away with. Like Top Gun, obviously. Is
I love how it's about Top Gun, and we haven't mentioned Top Gun.
No, but Top Gun is really cool. But like Top Gun, everyone's seen Top Gun. It's iconic.
Wasn't my favorite role of his. Yeah.
Hey?
Wasn't my favorite.
No,
role
it wasn't
of
my
his,
favorite. Like, and again, he played that kind of dickish character.
Yeah.
But like, that's the journey. You know, the character starts off as a cocky dick.
Yeah.
Goes through the motions, meets the hot girl.
Yeah.
Makes a good friend.
Sings karaoke at the bar.
Has the enemy. Becomes friends with the enemy.
Yeah.
Everyone takes the top off, plays some volleyball.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Classic
you
80s. The only thing that annoys me about Top Gun is like they're MiGs, and I'm like they're not MiGs.
Well, they're not MiGs.
They're just like training aircraft. They're like F5s or something.
Well, since we're talking about the training aircrafts, and obviously when this comes out, Top Gun 2 would have either released or just about to release.
Yeah.
I got to tip my hat, as we always do, to Mr. Cruise, and like the fact that he actually, like, people might not, a lot of people know this, but they might think that there was some green screen work done for all the actors in the jets. Those actors are sitting in a real F-18 Hornet in the passenger seat behind the pilot, and they put in 5-6 Gs while trying to direct themselves, say their lines, remember what to do. That's never been done before. I think Top Gun 1, they were in real jets as well for some shots.
But very basic and and like lots of bad blue screen
and the guys were maneuvering, like they weren't taking off from an aircraft carrier. They weren't like
they were taking off from land.
And
there was maybe like 10 minutes or 10 quick scenes of them in an airplane.
Did you see the training the actors had to go through?
I'm trying to not get spoiled, so I didn't
No,
watch
the
it.
training.
No, but like I know, but like
Yeah.
I don't want to see what jets he's in and what he's wearing. I want to keep it. It's like a
but
blank
this is not a
slate.
spoiler. This is what the actors had to do.
I know. I saw the YouTube page. I saw it.
Can I speak
didn't
about
watch
it?
Yeah, you can speak about it.
So basically, he starts them in like a Cessna.
I believe
like,
they fly in jets.
Yeah, they're flying jets. Yeah, so Top Gun. They're starting like a Cessna. What's it called? Cessna.
Cessna.
They're starting a Cessna, and they just cruise around just to get like their feel
Their
of like
bearings,
being
yeah.
in the air and like being in a plane. And then they moved up to like a very, very basic like training craft, like
Yeah.
jet training
Yeah.
craft, to also like start to barrel roll and stuff like that. But then they had to do like advanced training. So basically, like they go into these water tanks and they strap you into a chair, and then the whole thing turns over. So now you're submerged upside
Yeah.
down. You've got to be able to unbuckle and get out of the thing. So they had to do like I think it was like
Real
4 or
flight
5
training.
weeks of actual.
And I love
training.
that. And I think like
Yeah.
if you're an actor, like you got to go for that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like it must
Yeah.
be, in Saving Private Ryan, like
Oh.
they send everyone to boot camp.
Ju-
They do all that kind of
I mean,
stuff.
like, okay. So just a segue here. I have to. You bring up my favorite movie of all time. You don't think I'm gonna, say something? Saving Private Ryan is my number 1 movie of all time. I love it. I have it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray.
VHS from the
It's-
video store that you never return.
I have Captain Miller tattooed on my ass. That's a fact. Ask Megan. That movie, like Neil just said, they sent the entire crew to like military boot camp training.
Yeah, for 6 weeks.
They got an actual military like drill sergeant that Dale Dye. He's done a lot of movies. He's a military expert on a lot of films. And they lived in like tents. They camped out on the rain. They did the whole thing. And look at the end result. That movie
Yeah.
is timeless. It's incredible. In fact, sorry, you got me down this rabbit hole. I saw a little show. I can't remember what it's called. Basically, they take famous directors and they put them in a video store, an old school video store, and they just say walk around and talk about whatever you see that inspired you or things you enjoyed. And Michael Bay talked about Saving Private Ryan. And
But Michael Bay was already making movies then.
what do you mean? This was like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Michael Bay was-
like when Saving Private Ryan came out, Michael Bay was already making
he
movies.
did Bad Boys in like
Yeah,
95.
yeah.
Yeah. No, so Michael Bay was very much a director by then, and he talks about Saving Private Ryan, and he says Saving Private Ryan is like something that is so timeless and so like
No, but
you
it totally
cannot.
is.
And but I'm not gonna.
And what's nice about it, like we're gonna have to change
It's
the
not
name
the
of
same.
this
It's not the same Private Ryan podcast.
Yeah.
I talk about it for hours. But yeah.
But 6th of June's coming up, so we may as well do a Saving Private Ryan podcast.
Yeah,
or the Band of Brothers
Yeah,
podcast.
we have to. Yeah, that's one coming up.
I found my DVD box set, so I'm gonna
Really, I got the Blu-ray set.
have you.
Yeah,
Might have to do a little watch.
little watchy through.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
But with Saving Private Ryan, why it looks so good and why it's so timeless,
Yeah.
because there's very little CG. Like obviously,
Yeah.
they fill in the background with CG tanks and more
It's the kind of
people.
CG you don't expect.
It's like, but everything you see on screen with like the D-Day landings and all of that
Yeah.
is all real people and real props and real whatever.
Yeah.
So it'll never get old. And there are no real scenes in that movie where it's like, oh, that's definitely a giant CG effect. That they've done here.
like a giant purple monster. Just to we won't carry on too much more on Saving Private Ryan, the greatest movie of all time. But just to another point, one of the first things Spielberg did in that movie, and like I said, we could fill a podcast with all the stuff I know about that movie, but he didn't storyboard the movie. He didn't say, okay, Tom Hanks eats an apple, then he walks over there, and then he starts getting shot at. He did everything. They had the battle sequence planned, and then he just free fucking handed the entire shot and just went where he felt the camera needed to be. And that's why it feels like you're just a soldier that's along for the journey. And that was one of the first times they ever did that in a movie. Yeah. But anyway, back to Tom Cruise.
Have you watched Valkyrie?
I did when he it's a true story. Apparently. Yeah.
I haven't watched that. That's one.
Have you
that's
not
like
seen
one
it?
of the few Tom Cruise movies I haven't seen.
Valkyrie was a great movie. True story about how they tried to
Almost blow up Hitler.
Tried to
with a
assassinate
bomb.
Hitler. Some of his own guys tried to assassinate Hitler. The problem with that movie is like they try to phone in the German accents.
No, like they don't use any German accent.
But it's
which
like
I
really
kind of
bad.
like because it's like if you're German, like it's us as South African, we think we sound really cool until we listen back to this podcast and we're like, geez, we really are South African.
No, we sound fucking amazing. Yeah, that's
we
what I
sound
think.
okay.
Yeah.
But like, we sound South African.
Yeah, yeah.
We like you. My inner monologue voice is always like, you know, Chandler from Friends, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
quite accurate, yeah.
But it's not. It's quite far away.
Yeah.
Where like with that, they were like, we don't want to see it. Like, we watched Tom Cruise in Far and Away.
Yeah.
We don't want him to try a German accent.
Yeah.
Just
Irish,
speak American.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. And everyone else, like, you haven't watched the TV show Chernobyl.
I have.
That 6-part series.
Yeah, I didn't watch the final episode. I got too depressed to finish it.
Dude, you gotta watch the final episode.
Yeah.
It's very depressing.
Yeah.
But there, everyone speaks like super British, but they're all Russians. But it works, and you're just like, oh, these are Russians.
I just thought the British were involved.
No.
Oh,
no. They're
really?
all Russians.
You see how fucked that is?
No, you're just dumb.
I was like, the British were involved in Chernobyl? Hey?
No, they're all Russians.
But in Valkyrie, you got Tom Cruise. He's like, I know Hitler, and he would never do that.
Maybe he's like a really into American German
Let's
guy.
get a cheeseburger.
He also wanted to blow up Hitler, so
And I'm going to tell Hitler I know the guy personally, all right? We're going to go for a schnitzel, and I'm going to discuss the plans for the war. It's
I'm
like...
going to make noises on the couch.
you're
So
you're like, hold on, is he American in Germany, or is he like, we're going to have a schnitzel? It's a terrible American accent, by the way. Can you do an American accent?
I'm not going to try now.
I tell you what, we're going to try right now. Ladies and gents, give me your best American accent.
I'd like a cheeseburger, please.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
Dude, you can't put me on the spot.
I like, you got to go nasally. I like a cheeseburger, please.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But where are you from? Like, are you trying to do like a Southern California?
Just anywhere in America.
Like, yo, man, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like whatever you see on TV, just do that.
I came to South Africa trying to find myself in my loins.
Guys used to think
through
you were
my
American.
noise.
Remember when you started streaming?
Yeah.
So like, are you American?
No,
It's
but I was like,
no.
no, I'm not American. I'm from South Africa.
Yeah.
Like, you sound American. I'm like, really? But when you talk through your nose like this, you got to understand. Talk through your nose.
Talk through your nose. But you see, my nose is always blocked.
Well, that's good.
Now we
Makes you sound more American.
All right, let's get back to Tom Cruise. So, what else?
I love how we're like, let's do a Tom Cruise podcast. Look, Dad, what's your favorite? I'm like, fuck, what? That was unprepared.
Have you watched Magnolia?
I have.
Tom Cruise is basically the person you want to be in that movie.
Yeah. Well, he's like a motivational speaker. Yeah.
Just like bang the pussy and do all that.
Bang the pussy.
Yeah.
I saw Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, that's the worst Tom Cruise movie.
I enjoyed that movie.
Did you?
Yeah,
you enjoyed the orgies.
It's all about orgies, bro.
Dude, did you actually watch the movie part of it?
I don't think I did.
Oh.
I just fast
It's so dumb, and I can see why Nicole Kidman was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah. Oh, she broke up with him after.
Yeah.
But hold on. We're not selling we're selling our man short here, bro. Like, no pun intended.
No, we love Tom Cruise.
We love Tom Cruise, and we love his movies,
Every
even though we
movie
can't
I
remember
see
half
him
of
in.
them.
Like, Tom Cruise didn't make Eyes Wide Shut bad. Tom Cruise was great.
Yeah. But like,
Eyes Wide Shut's a bad movie. Oblivion, great movie.
bad movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oblivion.
Yeah, didn't like it. Made no sense. It's dumb. It was filmed really well, but the plot was like a Saturday morning cartoon
This
plot.
is why we're at war.
This is why with beers of war. But
How do you not like Oblivion?
No, it was trash.
Have you watched it?
Yeah. It was so shit.
There's a million Tom Cruise. He is the alien.
It's shot well, but it's a trash story.
That technology they used is now used on like every movie. I'm not like trying to like
what technology? Oh, you mean the
screens? The like real screens.
The Unreal. Yes, they use that.
Yeah. So they don't use lighting like we've got here.
No. They have actual real
giant
projectors,
screens showing real things.
Yeah, that was
like
impressive.
Mandalorian. Yeah. Every like big movie now does
because of his penthouse in the clouds.
Yeah.
They couldn't because of all the reflections.
Yeah, because then they'd have you see like the cameras and.
That's where that technology was born.
Yeah.
But
you not like that movie? It's so good.
The plot was so shit with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
So shit. So like predictable.
But he's the hero.
Oh.
But he came back as the bad guy.
What? Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You didn't watch the movie.
I watched. I promise you, I hated it.
What's the plot of that movie?
Hey?
What's the plot of that movie?
So the plot of Oblivion is you get Tom Cruise, who
lives in a sky palace.
With a super fucking hot PA. Crisis.
Yeah.
And then he cruises around on his cool motorbike all day.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to fucking go to these like little droid things that are there to like
suck up water.
What are they?
They're sucking up water. They're like,
Yeah, and he has to like do maintenance on them and make sure they're all working properly.
Yeah.
And then if he sees anything wrong with them, he just reports it to home base.
Yeah.
And then he starts to see some weird shit going down.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, I should probably report this to home base.
Yeah.
And then I think he reports it to home base. And then,
you don't have to give every single thing that happens in the movie.
And then home base is like, don't worry about it. It's chill.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know how chill this is because there's people down here.
Yeah.
And then he goes to investigate.
Yeah.
And then he finds Morgan Freeman in a Darth Vader mask.
Yeah.
And then he gets scared.
Sure.
And then he decides to attack Morgan Freeman in the Darth Vader mask.
Yeah.
And Morgan Freeman doesn't like that. And then they fight a bit. And then he's like, what are you doing, bro? And he's like, oh, you're actually human. What are you guys doing down here?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, shit went bad.
Yeah.
Shit went real bad. And then we came down here, and he's like, but it's chill outside.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's not chill because of the bad guys up in the sky station.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, well, let me chat to the guys and say, like, everyone can just hang out and make some s'mores.
Yeah.
And the sky station says, no, you need to kill those guys.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, but he feels bad about it. And then he goes back and doesn't kill them. Yes. And how's he the bad guy?
Okay.
Was that pretty close?
You got like what happens in the movie, right? But you kind of missed the whole point of the movie.
So what is the point?
So he lives in a sky tower, right?
I've said that.
Okay. Got his chickie. Mm-hmm. And then he flies around and he's not allowed to leave certain areas because there's like poison and whatever.
Yeah.
Then he finds the people and he flies out of the zone. What does he find?
The Morgan Freeman Darth Vader.
He finds himself. There's another version of himself that's up there. Then he finds Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck's going on? And then Morgan Freeman's like, no, you guys, this giant thing in the sky arrived.
Yeah.
You guys were the bravest, like, heroes or whatever.
Yeah.
And you decided to go and investigate. You were sent up. You and your co-pilot, the chickie that he's banging
the
on.
hot PA.
The hot PA.
Yeah.
They flew up. The aliens sucked him in. Then the aliens attacked with clones of Tom Cruise, who then took over the entire world. So like all the people that came out of the ship were like multiple clones of Tom Cruise. So he is the bad guy. He basically conquered Earth himself. And then one of the clones is put up to like protect the thing because the aliens want all the water from Earth. That's why they're there. But then he changes heart. He realizes that his hot PA is not his wife, and that his wife was this other chick, and that's why he keeps having these flashbacks.
Like that matters. Hey-o!
And he keeps having flashbacks to the Empire State Building, becomes a human again, decides to blow up the alien spaceship.
But hold on. So just let me get this right. So
Tom Cruise is the bad guy.
The aliens
clone Tom
Cruise. He came down and destroyed the planet. So
millions of Tom Cruises.
Okay, millions of Tom Cruises. They're obviously in different areas.
Yeah.
Because why? He's like a super soldier or something?
No. The aliens just were like, because they used it as like, oh, it's Tom Cruise, everyone's chill.
Yeah.
But surprise, murder everyone.
Okay, so they were bad Tom Cruises.
Yeah. They're all bad Tom Cruises.
But he's a good Tom Cruise.
Yeah, because he had these memories stuck in his brain.
Why? Because he was the original.
No, because like the cloning process wasn't perfect.
So he was a clone.
Yeah, he was a clone.
Yeah.
And then like he had his girlfriend who's also down at the bottom with
the
Morgan
PA.
Freeman. Yeah. No.
Oh, his wife.
The other wife.
Yeah. So
the dark-haired chick.
So
watch the movie again.
No.
Watch the movie again.
No. So
watch the movie again. Watch the movie again. It's such a good movie.
So now he decides to like fight back to the sky people, and what happens then?
Then he takes one of the because they use like nuclear generators to power the water things. They take one of those. They take it up to the sky people, and they blow up the sky people.
It's such a shit movie.
It's such a good movie.
From what you just told me,
you got it wrong. You didn't understand
I was so
the movie.
Close. And it was so forgettable.
Except you missed the main part of the movie.
Oh, dude, it's lame. That's shit. So that's
comment below if you think Dave missed the main point of the movie.
If you guys thought Oblivion was trash, let us know below. I think that's probably one of his worst movies. His best being Oblivion.
Best being Oblivion.
Oh, sorry. No, Oblivion. I mean, a Minority Report, was my favorite Tom Cruise movie. I think followed by Last Samurai.
I think Last Samurai is maybe my favorite. Like, such a
and
good movie.
Mission Impossible 1 is number 3. What are your top 3 Tom Cruise movies?
Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah,
It's hard, don't it?
Last Samurai. Collateral.
Collateral that high?
Dude, Collateral's so good.
Michael Mann, he knows what he's doing.
Such a tight movie.
He's a great director.
Basically, 2 characters in the entire movie.
Everything's shot on a GoPro.
Everything's shot on the GoPro. Tom Cruise has got the frosted tips, looking like a boss in a freaking cream suit.
Yeah, dude, that was his prime.
Oh.
Yeah. Jeez. What are your top 3? We're gonna ask the small, very small contingent of people that watch this.
Put your top 3 in the comments below.
Top 3 down below. And are you guys excited for Top Gun 2? As excited as we are. 35 years waiting for this beast. By the time this comes out, it would have, like I said, either about
to drop.
Or
we should probably put it out before it drops.
Yeah, we have to get it out before it drops. It's coming out pretty soon. We're not being paid to promote Tom Cruise movies. We just think Tom Cruise.
But if someone wants us to, always open for the offer.
They're like, we want to tap into your 60 people. Seriously, you guys, we need the revenue. Well, you got to pay for that 60 people. Yeah. Okay. We're monetizing you guys like you realize.
More than Dave loves Oblivion.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know about that. more than I love his PA in the movie.
Yeah. Go watch that movie again.
It's a shit movie, bro. It's a shit movie. But anyway, let us know your favorite Tom Cruise movies down below. Let us know if you're excited for Top Gun 2.
I am.
Maverick. Me and Neil are going to see it opening night.
Booked tickets already. We're going to go.
We're going to see it opening night. This is just us perving over Tom Cruise. But that's great. That's okay. Sometimes guys go sit on the couch and get a little sweaty.
Do you think Val Kilmer's actually going to be in the movie? I know there's a photo of him in the movie.
You would tell me what I think? Or do you want me to tell you what I think?
Yeah.
So I think there's, and this is purely speculation. Yeah. I think there's a flashback because you see the Tomcat.
I don't want a flashback though.
What do you mean?
I want like a real Val Kilmer.
No. So let me tell you my theory. So there's in the trailer for the movie.
Yeah, you can see the original A14.
There's an A14 Tomcat. So I think what happens is after the first movie.
Yeah.
What Cold War kicks off.
Yeah.
And him and Iceman are doing a mission in the Cold War. Shit goes bad. Iceman dies.
No, Iceman's not dead. He's like the general.
No, he's dead, bro.
He's the general.
He's dead.
He's the general.
Have you seen the latest trailer?
He's the general.
But like his last wish was like...
I know, he was, but he like survived late. It's like an old picture of Val Kilmer.
Is that what you thought happened?
No.
He died in the Cold War.
He didn't.
I think that's what happened.
No.
I think he died in the Cold War flashback sequence. No. And because he was such a badass, he was a general, because he gets old.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. He got old. So he died in like 5 years.
What, like died of old age?
I don't know, something. Yeah. We don't know how he died, but he didn't die in the Cold War.
But he died an old general.
Yeah, he was a general, and I think he fired Tom Cruise.
I think you might be right, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think he died in the Cold War.
Yes. No.
He didn't die in the Cold War. So he was a retired, like, super decorated general.
Yes. And Tom Cruise was obviously... did something somewhere that got him kicked out.
Yeah, because he's such
new recruits. They need only the best to train
such a bad boy. Tom Cruise. I was going to sit here talking about Tom Cruise being a bad boy, but so
he's got the motorbike and the leather jacket.
He's got the same.
You should have worn the leather jacket.
I know, dude. What a missed opportunity. What a missed opportunity. But anyway,
next
podcast when we debrief,
when we watch no relevance to anything.
When we watch the movie and just talk about the movie for 40 minutes. Yeah. But yeah, there we have laser.
Dave's watching the movie with the leather jacket on and the glasses.
Aviators. I don't care if I can't see a thing. I have to look the part.
You can't see the thing anyway, don't you?
Yeah, I'm blind right now. And Neil, just let me stroke your hair, But there we have it, ladies and gents. Top Gun 2, Maverick. I think this is called Top Gun Maverick.
And all the other movies we discussed that had nothing to do with Tom Cruise.
Neil's going to watch Far and Away. I want a piece of land, Sharon. Shannon. Doesn't fucking matter. I'm Irish. I drink a lot. He's a great boxer. He's going to watch that. I'm going to watch Days of Thunder. And you guys watch Top Gun when it comes out.
John Voight's in Days of Thunder.
Really? He's in a lot of fucking movies. How's that?
Is it John? No, not John Voight. What's his name? It's the guy who always reminds me of John Voight.
Someone reminds you of John Voight?
No, it's the other guy who's always the same as him. Never mind.
No one's like John Voight.
Dude.
No one looks like John Voight. No one sounds like John Voight. John Voight's like a...
When I tell you this guy's name, you're going to be like,
There's no one like John Voight. You talking about John Voight from Anaconda?
Yeah, but it's not John Voight.
Dude, no, that's like saying, oh, you know the guy that looks and sounds like Danny DeVito? It's like, no. Who? Here's the big reveal.
Why is Don Simpson in the cast?
He's probably like an extra. Days of
Who's this freaking guy?
There's no guy.
Why is he not showing up in the cast of the movie? Oh, Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall is not John Voight, bro.
But he reminds
he's just an old guy.
I know. So is John Voight. They both play that old guy, reliable dad kind of role.
Yeah, wise, mentor.
Exactly.
Wow.
Robert Duvall.
Wow. And on that bombshell, on Robert Duvall, we're gonna end it there. Cheers, guys.
My beer's finished.
Like, subscribe. Like we said, let us know your favorite Tom Cruise movie down below. Let us know if you've seen Top Gun Maverick, what you thought of it.
Or any of the other movies we discussed.
Yeah, far and away. Sharon. There's so much you think of his Irish accent in that movie. If it's better than mine, which I doubt it is.
I'm pretty sure it's maybe not. I don't know.
With that said, much love to you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take it easy.